Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. If you are here for the first time, please click the subscribe button so that you will be aware of all the videos and the information that I'm going to be sharing. Click the subscribe button. Okay, so welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, again, please click the subscribe button so you will see all the videos and get notifications. Don't forget to click the notifications so you can see every video that I am going to be uploading and what I'm going to be talking about. So, first thing that we need to know is that tax time is here, and although it has not officially started, which means the IRS is not officially just yet processing returns, tax season is here. And this is the time to get your documents in order, wait on your W-2s, get those birth certificates for your dependents, get your documents for your job, anything related to you as a homeowner, any deductions you are trying to claim, social security cards, child care information. If you are a small business, it will be a little bit different. You'll have to have different information that you need to have for your tax return. If you need assistance as a small business owner or an individual, go to randallparalegal.com and click the information. It's going to say fill in tax form, and you click that button and you'll be able to fill in all the information, and then you will receive a call back letting you know what are the next steps, a call back or an email letting you know what are your next steps. So there is a lot going on in the tax industry, and there's a lot of things going on with tax requirements. So today I want to talk to you about green card holders, and basically if you are filing or need to file taxes and you are a green card holder, or basically you're an immigrant. If you are an immigrant, you are required to file U.S. taxes if your income exceeds certain thresholds, regardless of your immigration status. So if you've been making money and you have income, you need to file taxes. So who must file? Resident alien. So a resident alien is anyone who has permission to be in the country, but they are not yet a citizen. So some people think that only citizens can file taxes. That's not true. So if you are a resident alien, you need to file taxes as an immigrant. So green card holders or individuals who meet the IRS substantial presence test are considered resident aliens for tax purposes. So that's what you are called. Non-resident aliens are individuals who do not meet the green card or substantial presence test, and they are generally called aliens, non-resident aliens for tax purposes. So there are also some undocumented immigrants, even without legal status, any legal status. Any individual who earns income in the United States are legally obligated to report that income and file taxes. They use an individual taxpayer identification number, or an ITIN. Most people don't know you can even purchase property with an ITIN, even if that's the only status. You're not a resident alien, or a non-resident alien. You are undocumented immigrant without legal status. People can purchase homes with an ITIN. So you will still need the eligible immigrants who are authorized to work can apply for a social security number. So if you're authorized to work, you can apply, as an immigrant for a social security number. This came up because I get so many questions about tax preparation and who can file, who cannot file. So a lot of people always, want to know this particular information. And so I'm telling you that eligible immigrants who are authorized to work can apply for a social security number, because people get confused about who has a social security number or who can file with a social. So individual taxpayer identification number, the IRS will issue you a U.S. tax filing requirement, but are not. These numbers are issued to a tax filing requirement, but are not yet eligible for a social security number. So an ITIN is solely for tax purposes, and it does not grant you legal status. It does not grant legal status. Okay, so if you know someone who needs to hear this information, pass it on to them, share this video with them. It could be, you know, someone in your neighborhood, or it could even be you, and you were confused. So, yes, definitely immigrants can file taxes if they are making income, and you are required to make income. So, this video that we're going to get in today is about Megan Good and her husband, Jonathan Majors. So, Megan Good and Jonathan Majors just married in September of 2025 in a quiet ceremony, and it seems that they have discovered some information in another country, that they did a DNA test, and it reveals some information about them going back in history to Guinea. So they are going to be getting new citizenship in Guinea.
U.S. film actors Megan Good and Jonathan Majors have traveled to Guinea, where they are set to be granted citizenship after a DNA test traced their ancestry to the West African nation. The movie follows a growing trend across Africa, encouraging members of the diaspora to reconnect with their roots. The citizenship process has been organized by Guinea's Ministry of Culture and will be marked by a private cultural ceremony at a newly developed tourist garden on the outskirts of the capital, Conakry. The initiative mirrors similar programs to the other African countries aimed at strengthening cultural, historical, and economic ties with people of African descent worldwide. The couple arrived at Conakry's Gabisa International Airport early Friday and were welcomed by officials and traditional performers. During their visit, they are expected to tour parts of countries including Bokeh, a coastal region associated with historical slave trade routes. In recent years, African nations have increasingly opened pathways to citizenship for the members of the diaspora. The movement gained global attention with Ghana's 2019 Year of Return initiative and has since several international celebrities acquire African citizenships in countries such as Benin, Gabon, and Ghana. Guinea has a long history of hosting figures from the African diaspora, particularly during the post-independence era, when it became a refuge for artists and activists. Despite its vast mineral wealth, the country continues to face economic challenges, and even as it seeks to leverage culture and heritage as part of its engagement with the global African community.
So that's exciting. I think on a new path in their life, and they found some interesting information about their background in their family. I always thought about doing one of those DNA tests, or how they really work and how much information you actually get from them. I've heard so many different thoughts and opinions on what these tests really do. But when you see that the story is ending like this, and a married couple is going back to trace their roots, and they are going to try to explore some of the information they found, and so the information seemed to be useful for Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. So that's very, that's a good thing that they found out this information at this time, and they can actually follow up on it, so that they can find out more information about their roots, and what is to come in the future by getting this information. So it proved to be useful. It definitely proved to be useful. What do you think about this with Jonathan Majors and Megan Good? As I said, they are recently married. So basically, they're still honeymooners. You can say, because they've only been married since September 2025. So they are still newlyweds and finding things out about each other. And that kind of, it's probably really exciting for them as well. So let me know what you think about Jonathan Majors and Megan Good going to follow up on this information. Would you do the same thing, or have you taken an ancestry DNA test? They have new citizenship there, so they are really serious about finding out more information, about their ancestry. So, like, subscribe, and comment in this video and let me know, what you think. And I'll see you in the next video.